who has followed this process from day one, who has fully committed to ensuring that our girls give us the feedback.
The Minister for Administration, Minister of Public Works, Honorable Pam Taylor, who is here, to the Mayor of Painesville, being represented by Dick Arrow, Power Cherry, and the City Corporation family, mayors from across the 15 counties of the Republic of Liberia, our township commissioners, women groups, students and youth groups, heads of entities, heads all representatives from different lines, ministry, agencies, and commission, our international partner, the UN Habitat, the Federation of the Liberian Urban Forces of Color, our petty traders, our street vendors, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me appreciate the Painesville City Corporation for hosting us, and again say a big welcome to all of you who are coming to be a part of this unique interactive workshop. So I'll speak briefly on the Minister of Internal Affairs. We at the Minister of Internal Affairs, we have to support a democratic, effective, and efficient local governance, spearhead the implementation of the decentralization process, promote participatory in decision-making processes, strengthen basic social services delivery, maintain peace, harmony, and social cohesion in the country. Our cities and towns have to be managed, clean, safe, and green for all. It is our responsibility to constantly improve coordination between national government, local government, in counties, districts, municipalities, townships, and to also supervise, guide, harmonize, mentor, monitor, and advocate for financial resources and logistical support across our cities in Liberia. We have to ensure the effectiveness, coordination, collaboration, transparency, and accountability to make local governance responsive to the citizens' engagement, empowerment, and ownership. Our goal is to strengthen the capacity of our mayors, our township commissioners, our local authorities to take greater responsibility in a decentralized government. We are to equip employees of cities, townships, and our mayors and commissioners with skills, knowledge, and attitude to be the urban development around the world. So since 1950, the work has been teaching rapidly. The urban population grew from 7.6 million in 1950, 29% of the world population is now 2.85 billion in 2000, which was like 46.6%, and it reached 3.96 million in 2015, which is like 54%. It is expected to total 5.06 billion by 2030, which would be 60% of the world population living in urban areas. In response to that transformation, the international dialogue on urban and territorial planning has intended to be a framework for improving global policies, plans, designs, and implementation processes through which we lead to more compact, social, inclusive, better integrated, and connected cities and territories that foster sustainable urban development and are resilient to climate change. So let's bring urbanization to Liberia context or our local region. We say the concept is defined as growing population in cities and towns. Liberia is we have more than 1.5, almost 2 million people in one country. It made it very, very difficult for the poor population. We found that people are building really alleys, yet they have to do all other activities. The planning process was planned for 500 and we have almost 2 million people in the so that tells you it's a serious problem. All the ingredients people will know that even to cleaning is an issue. Those are some of that place. So we want to also create citizens to also become the whole organization process. Most especially stakeholders. You from a company that you understand the issues of the people in the various cities across the world. You know exactly where they are placed. That is why you have been invited to do a conference with me or workshop. Diversities were created to be capital centers, set at local government health offices and commercial centers within the 15 countries across Liberia. Other smaller cities and townships were established by act of legislation within each of the 15 countries. As I visited the 15 countries in 2018, we saw the need for funding. There were no money in all of these countries. We saw the districts support were needed. We saw lack of coordination of various cities and townships. As our provisions don't have pickup, they don't have cars, even fast cycle to carry on their work in those various cities. And they have been going to allow the street. And the need for provision of infrastructure development, social basic services such as roads, electricity, running water, healthcare, sanitation, education, free industrial activities, etc. were a serious issue. But at this time, we want to appreciate His Excellency George Money, the President of the Republic of Liberia, and give you a round of applause. We want to thank him for the leadership's power because he has continued to stay with us in life. Today, we are seeing roads are being connected in those various countries, across those various cities. We are seeing water coming up, we are seeing electricity. We know there are challenges and there will be challenges. But again, we want to appreciate him for working on Liberia for making progress possible. As chairperson of the Liberia Public Program, with Senate Alliance, we, the United Nations Human Settlement Program, which is the UN Habitat, is a part of it. Let us also run the call for our international partners for their support. We want to thank our international partners, technical team. We want to appreciate all of you for your hard work. The sleepless nights, we will forever remember you. Taking upon the workshop, the purpose of this event, we said that capacity building is aimed to increase the knowledge of national urban policy, planning the capacity of each stakeholder across Liberia. We have to make sure it is inclusive, and the voices or inputs of everyone are respected and heard. Women groups, our adult students, our youth groups, people living with disabilities or physically challenged, our young people who are on the streets of vulnerable in society, our citizens across the division of Liberia, township commissioners from also other countries and other parts of Liberia, people from different line agencies and commissions, from dwellers, educators, the street vendors, civil society organization, Liberia Marketing Association, etc. Let us continue to work with them on Liberia and develop peaceful nation and better place regarding our political differences in our political nation. Our country is not Liberia. At the end of the workshop, it is expected that the national and local leaders will be equipped for better coordination, collaboration, they will manage to implement, they will monitor and evaluate the national foreign policy both as a process and as a protocol. when the technical people come to tell you all the different phases and priorities that you identify in the urban policy, all of those studies that you went through. I also advise you to listen carefully, speak out. Those things, those burning issues that are on your mind, that you see that is not in the draft diagnosis paper that you gave you, so that all people you want to make sure all about the person factor, all about the feelings and thinking, and we have interactive workshop. We need them to make it with those of you that left your homes, your cities, most especially our way for living from the southeast. I want to talk about because I really want to appreciate everyone that has come to make this results. Again, let us remember that Europe is more than we have. If you are a scholar, you get people, or you are like Europe, please not get it. No matter what is happening, let us remain to be peaceful, go and fight, love one another, and leave your resources. God bless you.
Senator Level Brown, Chair at the Liberia Senate on the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Deputy Minister for Administration, Honorable Joseph Paul, Minister of Public Works, Honorable Williams, Executive Director from the National Disaster Management Agency, our international partners who have been so supportive to some of us, the Cities Alliance and the UN Habitat family, the City of Monrovia, who is also my co-chair on the Liberia Culture Program, and then the City of Painesville, who is also co-chair on the country program. My hard-working, wonderful mayors of the Republic of Liberia, our township commissioners from Oswego County that are here, women groups, student and youth groups, the Federation of Liberian Urban Post Savers, that is the slum dwellers, the petty traders, the Shushan boys, the peasant boys, the Gege riders, representatives from different lines, ministries, agencies, and commissions that are part of the urbanization or infrastructural development processes of the Republic of Liberia. Visiting guests, members of the press, our traditional leaders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and a blessing for me to be here today. When you wake up in the morning, it's not what you know, it's not what you have, it's not your position or your connection that keeps you alive. It is the grace of God. So this morning, with lack of words, I don't know how to say it, but I'm overwhelmed. And I'm grateful, and I want to say thank you to all of you for living your basic schedule, for leaving your jobs, your homes, all your activities to be a part of this validation workshop and this opening program. I want to say God bless you and thank you for coming. So I will speak briefly on the Ministry of Internal Affairs first. We are to support democratic, effective, and efficient local governance, spearhead the implementation of the decentralization process, promote participatory and decision-making processes, strengthen basic social services deliverables, maintain peace, harmony, and social cohesion in the country. Our cities and towns are to be managed, clean, safe, and green. Last but not the least, we have to implement the Local Government Act that was signed into law in 2018 by His Excellency George Manumia, President of the Republic of Liberia. It is also our responsibility to constantly improve, protect, coordinate between national government, local government in counties, districts, municipalities, and townships to supervise, guide, harmonize, mentor, monitor, and advocate for financial and logistic resources across the 15 counties of the Republic of Liberia. We are also to make sure to ensure the effective coordination and collaboration, transparency, and accountability through citizens' engagement. We have to make sure we empower our people and take ownership of our country. Our goal is to strengthen the capacity of our mayors, our township commissioners, local authorities to take on greater responsibilities in a decentralized government. We are to equip employees of cities, towns, commissioners with skills and knowledge, attitude to meet their urban knowledge and objectives around the world. Today, our team is the National Urban Policy for Liberia. We'll be talking about what's about implementing the SDGs and the new urban agenda in Liberia. We already know the new urban agenda talks about 2030. So just a brief history. Since 1950, the world has been changing rapidly. The urban population grew from 6 million in 1950, which is 29.6% of the world population, 2.85 billion in 2000, which was 46.6%, and it reached 3.96 billion in 2015, which was 54%. It is expected to total of 5.06 billion by 2030, which will be 60% of the world's population. In response to that transformation, the international guidelines on urban and territorial planning are intended to be a framework for improving global policies, plans, designs, and implementation processes through which will lead the more compact, socially inclusive, better integrated, and connected cities and territories that foster sustainable urban development and are resilient to climate change. So let's bring it into the Liberian context. Now, what is urbanization? We say in the Liberian way, is growing population in cities and towns. Liberian urbanization is rapidly growing due to migration and high fertility rates, posing a wide range of challenges and opportunities. Let's take, for example, Monrovia. First, it was 300,000, and you say, okay, it will be built for 500,000. But today, we have more than 1.5 million people living just in Monrovia. That tells you that the city is overpopulated. And it makes it to be a very serious challenge, even for waste management. How do you collect the dirt? People are building all in the alleys. If we try to go there and say, oh, our country, like local country, LFP country, we need to leave all of those thoughts. And let's work in the interest of our country. If you go in the alleys, they build it. Even you go in slum communities, sometimes we take a walk, all in those drainages, people will start building it. All of those things are a result of some of the challenges that we have as cities. We say Liberian cities were created as county capital cities, serving as local government headquarters and commercial centers within the 15 counties across Liberia. Our smaller cities and townships were established by act of legislation, with each of the counties being the urban area. I had an opportunity in 2018 when I first got appointed. First I was nominated, then I went for public hearing at the Liberian Senate, and I was confirmed in 2018, appointed by the president. I decided to take the tour because I just didn't want to sit in Monrovia and decide for what will happen in those counties. I just didn't even want to sit there and just call on superintendents or mayors or commissioners to know what was happening in those counties. So I did a tour myself during the rainy season, and it wasn't easy. The roads were terrible. Sometimes just to get to another county, we spent almost 2-3 days on the road, so that's how bad it was. And then we found out that most of those places, those city halls, they were not really functioning. We realized there were a lot of issues when it comes to fundings. And those were reports that we even gave to the Liberian Senate. Even city mayors across the country don't even have a car. They don't even have pickups, not even tricycles. And their budgets are very low. How do they even manage the waste collection? They have employees, they have people that are working with them, they have city police. How do they manage those affairs? Those were some of the issues. Besides in the city administration, we also realized that all of the people, most especially in some communities, we saw the need for provision of infrastructure development, social basic services such as road connectivity, electricity, running water, healthcare, education, sanitation, trading, industrial activities. We reported fit to the person who gave us this job, which is the President of the Republic of Liberia. And I want to, in this public manner, appreciate him and say a big thank you to President George Manuel. Can we hear a round of applause? He's not a president that can talk too much, but he listens very well. He called us, he discussed the issues. And before we realized, we heard about road connectivity all over the place. We heard about electricity growing. We heard about areas that pump cannot reach, the rebuilding wells, the wash commission, and all of those things. And we want to say thank you. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Again, I also want to say a big thank you to all of the Liberia Marketing Association, that today the president is building marketplaces, and we are coming as cities to have that direct link with them, so we can all make sure that Liberia is safe and clean. I also have a program with City Alliance, which the United Nations Human Settlement Program, which is the UN Habitat, is a part of. I also want us to round of applause for them. Let's round of applause for our international partners. They have been helping us very, 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 very well. According to the Liberian Institute of Statistics and Geoinformation Services, the latest, by 2008, Liberia's total urban population was 47%, comprising of a total population of 3.5 million, with a growth rate of 4.7%. It is estimated that out of a population of over 4 million, 2 million Liberians live in urban areas by 2008. A figure projected to be higher in 2020. Over half of the urban population, approximately 40%, lives in Greater Monrovia. During the country's year of civil war, there was such in rural to urban migration. We all know the issues when it comes to war. I always like to say to people, let us not go back to the dark days. Regardless of our political differences, let us sit on the table to discuss. Because we know what the war did to us. people who were in rural areas, they left and they came to urban areas, making it a challenge. Even, sometimes maybe back in the day, you see the old people say in the rural areas, they're leaving the young people to push things ahead. But now, no, the old, the young, everybody within the 10 cities. So we know we also experienced Ebola, and Ebola harmed us a whole lot in terms of development. Besides that 14 years since that war we fought, we killed one another for no reason. We harmed each other, and this put us way back while our other countries were ahead of us. Then we had Ebola outbreak. Then we get Corona. We had Omicron Jordan, making it so challenging. So we too, as Liberians, we have responsibilities. And our responsibility is to work along with the President, with the national legislature, with the judiciary branch of government to make Mama Liberia a better place for all of us to live. The National Urban Policy Process identified 10 priorities areas focusing on 3 areas. That's the poverty reduction, cross-cutting issues, example, human rights, gender, climate change. I also want to appreciate the Ministry of Internal Affairs, led by the Department of Urban Affairs, for having all of those validation workshop sections targeting different urban stakeholders groups. Participants reviewed the National Urban Policy, which covered key proceedings for the law process in the country, which led to the completion of the National Urban Discussion Paper, marks the feasibility phase. We have had a validation workshop session by major associations of local government authorities to contribute to contextualizing the National Urban Policy, and we are here today on the validation. I also want to appreciate the disabled communities, because the last workshop we had, they really spoke a lot, and I was amazed. They contributed tremendously. You realize today, go to the various ministries, even there's no room for disabled to go there. They gotta keep on taking their time, and everybody can act their mistakes. So when we're doing all of these infrastructure development, Honorable Minister of Public Works, let us remember the disabled communities. They too are Liberians, and they too should be part of everything that we do. So again, the slum dwellers. I was opportune to go to Namibia, where I met with the president and the first lady of that great country. I mean, it's very clean and unique. And they work a lot with the slum dwellers. And our work also is one of our mandates from urban department to transform slum cities, slum areas in the cities to urban areas. So most times when we're taking a walk in those areas, we want to understand the issues of our people. We cannot sit in our high offices or in our cars and feel that it is well for the people out there. So in your own activities as city mayors and commissioners, when you go back to your counties or to your various cities, make sure you be the people's mayor, you be the people's commissioners, you be the people's representation. It is the people that you are depending on. They say power are in the hands of the people, not in the hands of you. So even as we work at the will and pleasure of the president who appointed us, let us know that he is a people's person, and that is why today he is president. So we that are serving as his soldiers must be able to work in the interest of our people. Again, we also want to say thank you to the students community. They also play a major role. You know, the people are intellectuals. When they stand, when they call one word that will in the dictionary, faster to understand that word. But I mean, they were very cooperative. They were very supportive to this urban policy. And we also want to appreciate them in this public manner for getting them also involved. Most of them say that this workshop is like the first of its kind, that people from different groups were engaged on issues affecting them. Academic, intellectual issues, people in the slum communities, people living with disabilities, the petri traders, the street vendors, the marketing association, and the professionals from diverse backgrounds. We also want to say we include all of them on our city planning strategies that talks about the planning of various cities, that talks about the architectural part, the engineering, the water and sanitation, waste management, education, and just all of those basic services. We also want to appreciate everyone from different lines ministry that are a part of this national urban policy. Sometimes the heads don't come, but they send in their representatives, and those representatives have been amazing. So we want to clap for the lines ministries and agencies and for the To conclude, let us remember in our effective urban crisis preventive and response, global crises are increasingly complex and multi-dimensional, interconnected, and urban protracted in nature. Sustainable and equitable urbanization is key to addressing underlying risks to natural hazard, and not causes of instability, and most times they are causes of instability and conflict. Let us promote and support the slum communities in transformative change in cities, towns, and human settlements, and leave no one behind. Let us work, like I said, with the three branches of government. We are from the executive, but we have to work with the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judiciary branch. Let us also work with our community people. The people are the direct representation of what is happening in those various communities. Let us work with them. Let us unite. Let us love one another and understand their issues. Let us also make available our time for our national and international partners. Sometimes those people just come to help you. But how you will lay down the map is how they will work with you. People say, oh, I always make myself available. Yes, because I want to see the job done. It's not that I get work to do. I do have work. But most times, we have to work together. In union, this is success is shown. Again, I want to take this time to say a big thank you to everyone. Our mothers, our girls, the young people, the students, marketing association, the commissioners, the disabled community, our city mayors, our national and international partners, the platform guests, the media, those that are watching us near and far, Liberians around the world. I want to say all of us, let us remember that Liberia is the only country that we have. Let us continue to work in unity. Let us pray for our president and our three branches of government and our people. Again, I want to say thank you all for coming. I wish you a blessed and a wonderful meditation and working session. God bless you.
We want to honor our mother, Paulita, we are female general. Mommy? I'm out of words. So I want to welcome the mayor's humble. All the mayor, please welcome. Our mama in the house. Alright, we would like Vivi to do the presentation of the appreciation. Mommy, it should be a surprise. This surprise, they were the surprising God. This program is the program to honor you, to welcome you back to office. So I appreciate our His Excellency, Dr. George Maladia, for giving you back to us.
Yes.
So, I end what you do.
All protocol, sir. The minister will want to read this as Mayor Council of Liberia. We really appreciate your kindness. You have done so much for us that we can never be able to pay back. For one thing I know that is true is those who live of human kindness, drugs on others shall always enjoy divine return. God will bless and reward you abundantly. Thank you very much from the Mayors Association of Nigeria.
Thank you,
So, mommy, and I'm
Alright, Carter Harris, Mayor of Wanyama City, Lopa County. Okay. Mother, you know, it's good to have a good mother. A good mother always brings out good children. We are your children. We are our mother. We expect you to be a good mother for us, and that's why you expect us also to be a good children to you. And we will always represent you out there because you are bringing up good. And you know the Bible says, bring up a child and treat them that tomorrow will not depart from them. And you are treating us very well. So we want to welcome you back to us because we miss you when you left us. So on behalf of the Mayor Association across the county Liberia, we say you know, when you have your mother, you have to be your mother proud among everybody. So we said, this little gun is the gun that you will wear and get to the ministry so that you can become a very beautiful and also hard-working children. The Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
We will all Mayor Emmanuel, the Mayor of Ghana City, and the Secretary General of the Mayor Council. We want to say in this public manner, the Honorable Minister, you have heard from our colleagues that the short time you let us, we felt that we have lost our mother and father. When we heard you were back, we said, Lord, have resurrected us. And today, the Mayor Council of Liberia Association want to highly recognize you. We want to present this seal to you that this will be posted either in your office or at your house. Like anytime we come to visit you, they will show us some of remembrance. And indeed we had a minister, and we got a minister that we always think of. So we say to you, congratulations and welcome back to the Major of God. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor of Liberia.
Okay, my way of introduction, I'm Mr. Cecilia Harris Yolo. The same mayor of Shreveport City, Kenya County. I was here, Mother. I said a few days ago on my meeting. I said, Mommy, we need you. But for me, I had a hope, and I knew that you were going to come back one day. You wouldn't want to reason. Even if you are wrong, we knew that was still going to happen. So I want to say thank you for coming back on behalf of the Media Association. We are happy to have you back. And we know that now we are home. Because when you left for a few days, when we get to that ministry, we are confused. We don't even know where to turn. You see what me all around. But because you are back, we are so happy. And we are excited when we get to the ministry. You see us running on tired to play for the office. So we want to say thank you for coming back. And we appreciate our dear president for giving us what we deserve. Because we really deserve you. And we want you to always be by our side. Because you are our curator. Because you show us the way. Because you show us the path to follow. That we never went the wrong way. So I want to say thank you. May God bless you for picking up back. Thank you. So on behalf of the Mayor Council Mother, we brought this white dress. We want you to wear it the last Sunday and remember us in church and pray along with us in Jesus' name. Amen.
I just want to take this time to say a big thank you to the Mayors Association. Words are inadequate to express how grateful I am. I think you see I'm just crying because it's like tears of joy. And I just want to say thank you to all of you. To Mayor Frank Taylor, who is 9 years in the space, we also pray for speedy recovery as well. And to Mayor Jefferson Sankakoji, who is not here, we also want to say thank you to him for hosting us as well. To all of you that left your various cities, most especially those from Lofa, the Southeast Belt, I know the road condition bigger, I have a testimony to that. And I was living witness of what you did. And for all of you to be here today, words are inadequate. All I want to say is, your thank you, bless you. Your thank you, yeah. Let God continue to bless and strengthen you. Let God continue to promote your and increase your great thing. In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, Mayor of Monrovia. Madam Deputy Minister.